Welcome, Pisces. Thank you for tuning in to your horoscope for December 12th, 2025 on your channel, Zodiac Attraction. Discover what the future holds for you in terms of finances, lucky numbers, love, health, work, family, compatibility, and favorite color. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on daily updates. Get ready to explore your destiny. Let's get started. Pisces, the currents of this moment are drawing you inward, not to isolate, but to reconnect with the quiet brilliance of your own essence. You're not being guided by loud signs or dramatic symbols, but rather by the gentle waves of intuition, the whispers within your emotional body. This is not the time to chase clarity with force. Instead, it's an invitation to become still enough to feel your own truth rise like the tide. Often, guidance doesn't announce itself in words or visions. It hums beneath your skin, in the spaces between thoughts, in the sudden sense of knowing. If you've been asking for direction, understand that it arrives as sensation, not instruction. It's essential now to loosen the rules you once accepted as unchangeable. The old scripts, work hard to earn abundance, look a certain way to be loved, perform to be accepted, are simply echoes of a past conditioning that no longer fits your expanding spirit. What you believe about yourself becomes the blueprint for what unfolds. You are not bound to your upbringing or previous cycles unless you decide to carry them forward. So if you crave abundance, feel abundant now. If your soul aches for partnership, let that sweetness bloom within you first. Align your energy to the outcome you desire, not by striving, but by becoming it. What you nurture in yourself will magnetize its match in the world around you. A loving, soulful connection, the kind of bond that nourishes and inspires, is not a distant hope. It's a reflection of the love you cultivate inwardly. The King and Queen of Cups appear not as a promise, but as a mirror. That fullness, that sacred exchange, begins with the way you treat your own heart. Speak to yourself the way you long to be spoken to. Create an atmosphere in your life where love would naturally grow, where it could find you not waiting, but already blooming. Notice, too, where your attention has been. Every word you consume, every story you let in, reshapes your subconscious. Be discerning with your inputs, from media, from conversations, from memories on loop. Are they lifting you toward clarity, or muddying your inner waters? Even something as simple as the films you watch can influence how you feel about relationships, success, worthiness. Choose joy. Choose inspiration. Let your emotional compass, not your fears, steer your focus. There's been a quiet exhaustion, hasn't there? A burnout not just from doing too much, but from overanalyzing everything. From mentally revisiting past mistakes and what-ifs, from carrying the emotional weight of roads not taken. But this backward glance doesn't honor your evolution. It keeps you anchored to a version of you that no longer exists. Release the self-judgment. You were learning. You did the best you could with the consciousness you had. There's no need to punish yourself with memory. You are here, awake, and aware. And that is enough. The imbalance you've been sensing, a kind of emotional wobble, a feeling of being ungrounded, stems from being disconnected from your higher wisdom. When you override your intuition in favor of logic or social conditioning, you become reactive, stuck in cycles that echo old pain. You don't belong to those past patterns. You're not here to repeat. You're here to create anew. Let your decisions now come from presence, not fear. From desire, not defense. If love is your desire, not just any love, but a real, radiant, heart-connected union, then embody it now. Don't carry forward the weight of past relationships that were built on pain, fear, or codependency. Those experiences offered contrast, yes, but you're no longer meant to rehearse that version of intimacy. Thank the past for its clarity, then release it fully. Align instead with the kind of love that feels like home, that invites joy and deep listening. That connection is already approaching, but only the truest version of you can receive it. So declare your intentions. Speak them to the stars. Say, I am ready for connection. I am ready for passion. I am ready for truth. And then live in a way that confirms it. Romance yourself. Be kind to yourself. Recognize when you're making choices that reinforce scarcity or fear and gently choose differently. You don't have to chase. What's meant for you will recognize you when you're living as the you who is ready to receive it. The universe is responding. Judgment is near, not in the form of criticism, but of clarity. You will soon understand why things happen the way they did. You will soon feel a peace that makes sense of the chaos. But for now, your only task is to stay in alignment with the feeling of what you want. Don't look outward for signs. Look inward for confirmation. Your feelings are the compass, always. Let's see what the tarot has in store for you today. Pisces. Today's energy surrounds you with a sense of quiet anticipation. Something is shifting beneath the surface, and you can almost feel it tugging at your intuition. What begins as subtle could quickly become powerful, and your inner voice is guiding you toward decisions that will shape the direction of your emotional and spiritual path. Let this reading illuminate the nuances of today's unfolding energies as we explore 8 tarot cards, each offering clarity, reassurance, and deeper insight into what awaits you. Card 1. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune appears today as a symbol of movement and karmic redirection. Pisces, you are entering a cycle in which situations that once felt stagnant begin to turn in your favor. Just as in your reference reading, where someone takes a 180-degree turn toward you, this card confirms that destiny is already rearranging itself on your behalf. Expect sudden shifts, unexpected messages, surprising invitations, or a renewed sense of synchronicity guiding you towards someone or something significant. Trust the process. The universe is actively collaborating with your soul's intentions. Card 2. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups reflects a romantic energy circling around you, someone emotionally inspired, curious, and even a little nervous about approaching you. This aligns perfectly with the narrative of someone going in circles around your energy. Today, a message of affection, admiration, or emotional openness may come forward. Pisces, your mystical aura is captivating someone who sees you as a source of peace and inspiration. Be open, but stay grounded. The Knight of Cups brings promises, but it also encourages discernment so you can recognize sincerity from fantasy. Card 3. The Star. The Star arrives with divine reassurance. Healing, hope, and spiritual alignment are at the forefront of your day. Your angels are working overtime, guiding you with signs, dreams, and unexpected clarity. Like in your reference reading where your light is reaching someone, the star confirms that your energetic frequency is touching others in ways you may not fully realize. You're becoming magnetic, not because you're trying, but because your soul is glowing after periods of darkness. Today brings renewed optimism. A blessing, a realization, or a meaningful conversation may lift your spirits significantly. Card 4. The Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles highlights the balancing act you are currently engaged in, managing responsibilities, emotions, and decisions that are beginning to converge. Pisces, you may find yourself weighing 2 options, 2 paths, or 2 versions of your future. Just like the reference message spoke of 2 projects or 2 life paths, this card mirrors that inner division. Today calls for steady prioritization. Do not overwhelm yourself. You are capable of navigating multiple energies, but it's essential to choose direction over distraction. Card 5. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands bursts into your reading with fiery momentum. This card signals the birth of a fresh idea, a bold inspiration, or a sudden opportunity that sparks passion. Pisces, your creativity is heightened today. Something you start now could grow rapidly, a project, a personal goal, or even a new dynamic in love. The Ace of Wands urges you to say yes to enthusiasm. As the reference text mentioned, doing something creative that makes you stand out, this card confirms that your spark is returning with force. Card 6. The Lovers. The Lovers card intensifies the emotional thread woven throughout today's reading. Pisces, a deep connection, possibly one that started as friendship, is evolving into something more meaningful. This is the card of divine alignment, mutual attraction, and soul recognition. The someone who becomes obsessed, nervous, or conflicted about you energy from the reference text is echoed here. The Lovers indicates an important choice as well, choosing authenticity, choosing love that grows, and choosing someone who chooses you back. Expect clarity in matters of the heart today. Card 7. Justice. Justice arrives, affirming karmic balance and divine timing. Any legal matters, financial agreements, or long-awaited resolutions lean in your favor today. The reference reading's theme of justice divine and signing an important document is strengthened by this card's presence. Justice also encourages honesty, transparency, and fair decision-making. If someone has been distant, inconsistent, or indecisive, today brings equilibrium, a leveling of energy that reveals intentions clearly. Trust what is exposed. Justice never arrives without purpose. Card 8. The Four of Wands. Your final card, the Four of Wands, brings celebration, stability, and emotional union. Pisces, this card speaks of coming home, emotionally, spiritually, or even physically. It foretells a deepening commitment, possibly cohabitation or long-term plans forming with someone special. In the reference text, the reader repeatedly mentions living with someone, a stable connection, and a serious partnership. The Four of Wands confirms that what begins unexpectedly is destined to stabilize beautifully. Expect joy, harmony, and a sense of belonging to rise today. Today's reading for Pisces is a symphony of destiny, emotional awakening, and spiritual alignment. The Wheel of Fortune sets major change in motion, while the Knight of Cups and the Lovers emphasize powerful romantic developments. The Star restores your hope, Justice corrects what was unfair, and the Ace of Wands ignites creativity and attraction. The Two of Pentacles reminds you to balance your choices wisely, and the Four of Wands concludes with a promise of profound stability and joy. Pisces, you are stepping into a phase where love, purpose, and destiny converge. Trust the pace, trust the process, and trust your heart's quiet wisdom. Now we'll tell you how it will go with money and luck, but first remember to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications. This helps us a lot, and so you never miss your daily reading. Money and luck. Today, Pisces, the energetic shifts around your financial life resemble the turning of a great cosmic wheel, steady, rhythmic, and unmistakably moving in your favor. You may notice subtle openings that didn't exist before, a conversation that suddenly feels promising, an opportunity that comes through someone you hadn't considered, or a financial path that begins to look clearer than it has in months. This is the ripple effect of the Wheel of Fortune influencing your material world. It whispers that fortune does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes, it slips in through the cracks of your awareness, waiting for you to recognize its potential. You might also find yourself juggling more than one money-related decision, and that's where the energy of the Two of Pentacles appears. This card brings flexibility, but it also asks you to prioritize. Perhaps you're torn between saving and investing, or between a long-term project and a short-term gain. Whatever the case, the tarot encourages deliberate pacing. Do not rush into anything simply because it feels urgent. Let your intuition, not anxiety, guide your choices. As the Ace of Wands ignites your creative instincts, financial inspiration accompanies this spark. You may think of a clever idea to increase income, such as a side project, artistic endeavor, or entrepreneurial venture, and this time your motivation will feel unusually strong. When the Ace appears, it often marks the beginning of financial breakthroughs fueled by passion rather than pressure. Trust the flame of enthusiasm. It burns for a reason. Justice enters your financial sector with the promise of fairness and restored balance. If you've been waiting for money that was owed to you, a contract to finalize, or a decision to be made in your favor, this card strengthens the possibility of good news. It also suggests cautious review. Before signing anything, read every detail. Fairness is part of the blessing, but awareness seals it. There may also be a shift involving someone influential who assists you with money, echoing themes from your reference reading. This person may offer support, guidance, or access to resources. Their demeanor may seem cold or formal, but their intentions are dependable. Lean into this support without feeling indebted. Karmically, It is aligned with your path. Luck surrounds you quietly, Pisces. Nothing about today's energy is random. Each sign, each synchronicity hints at expansion. You may feel like your financial situation is finally catching momentum, not through sudden miracles, but through steady, meaningful steps that reflect both your growth and your wisdom. The tarot gives you your lucky number. Your lucky numbers for December 12th are 85, 45, 35, 15, 20, 80. Daily love. Pisces, your love life today feels like it's being illuminated from several angles at once. The Knight of Cups rides forward with emotional sincerity, signaling that someone has been circling your orbit, thinking of you more than they admit. Their hesitation or nervousness may have confused you, but that unsettling rhythm you sensed was simply them gathering courage. Today, their energy leans closer, more direct, more intentional. The Lover's card amplifies this momentum. It speaks not only of passion but of alignment, two energies magnetizing at the same speed, drawn into clarity. This connection may have begun as friendship or acquaintanceship, something soft and unassuming, but beneath the surface, the feelings have grown roots. The Lovers also symbolizes decision-making, meaning you may be asked, subtly or openly, to choose reciprocity over waiting, openness over caution. The Star floods your romantic sector with healing light. If you've been hurt, misunderstood, or overlooked in the past, today's energy cleanses that residue. Your presence becomes magnetic, almost otherworldly, pulling someone toward you with a mixture of admiration and curiosity. This is the "Your light is reaching someone" theme reimagined. It's your authenticity, not your effort, that sparks their devotion. The Wheel of Fortune adds destiny-driven movement to your romantic timeline. Something is shifting for you, Pisces, especially involving someone who previously seemed distant or indecisive. Their feelings undergo a transformation, perhaps even a 180-degree turn like in your reference text. Emotional clarity is finally catching up with them, and you may feel this shift before you see it. The Four of Wands brings a glimpse of long-term stability. It speaks of partnerships that evolve naturally into deeper commitments, cohabitation, shared plans, or emotional security. While this may not manifest all at once, today marks a step toward that future. What begins with subtle signals could blossom into something far more enduring. Above all, love today feels purposeful. Whether you're reconnecting with someone who once hesitated or attracting someone entirely new, the tarot makes one message clear. Your romantic path is aligning with a beautifully stable outcome, guided not by coincidence, but by cosmic timing. At work. Professionally, Pisces, today presents a mix of creative ignition and strategic balancing. The Ace of Wands signals the birth of an idea, project, or approach that reignites your ambition. You may feel inspired to begin something bold, innovative, or even unconventional. This surge of motivation is not accidental. It's part of your spiritual evolution, pushing you towards self-recognition and excellence. Meanwhile, the Two of Pentacles reflects your ability to multitask. You may be handling overlapping responsibilities or navigating decisions about your career's direction. Although this may feel overwhelming at moments, this card suggests you are more capable than you realize. What feels like a burden could transform into mastery if you maintain focus and prioritize wisely. The Star brings clarity and a sense of purpose to your workday. It encourages you to reconnect with what inspires you professionally, whether it's your creativity, compassion, leadership, or unique vision. You may receive affirmation, subtle or direct, that your effort is being noticed. A supervisor or colleague may appreciate your consistency, or someone may quietly support your aspirations. Justice appears again in your work sector, hinting at contracts, formal decisions, or agreements moving in your favor. If you've been expecting a response regarding a job, promotion, or partnership, today's energy enhances the likelihood of progress. Justice also encourages ethical decision-making. Acting with integrity opens doors that shortcuts never could. The Wheel of Fortune spins your professional path forward, suggesting that unexpected shifts may create opportunities. You may be offered something surprising or experience a change that initially feels chaotic, but ultimately benefits your growth. Trust the movement. Destiny's hand is in this. Finally, you may encounter guidance from someone experienced or authoritative. Their demeanor might be cool or reserved, but their insight will be invaluable. Accept this help. It is aligned with your success, and it may accelerate your progress more than you expect. Health. Pisces, your health outlook today blends spiritual grounding with emotional clarity. The star indicates healing, both physical and emotional, flowing into your system like fresh water. You may feel lighter, calmer, or more connected to your inner harmony. Any stress lingering from past weeks begins to dissolve as you return to yourself. The Wheel of Fortune hints at cycles within your wellness journey. If you've been inconsistent with habits, routines, or self-care, today brings an opportunity to reset. Even small steps, hydration, stretching, mindful breathing, could create long-term impact. The universe is encouraging you to honor your rhythms instead of resisting them. The Lovers reminds you of the intimate connection between emotional balance and physical well-being. Love, whether from others or from yourself, has a direct influence on your vitality. Surround yourself with people and environments that soothe rather than drain you. These choices matter more today than usual. Justice encourages balance in every form: sleep, nutrition, emotional boundaries, and mental rest. Anything performed excessively or insufficiently may feel heavier or more noticeable today. Pay attention to signals from your body. It communicates truth long before your mind interprets it. The Two of Pentacles reflects the need to juggle responsibilities without sacrificing your physical health. If stress begins to build, make space for grounding practices. Your body is asking not for perfection but for consistency and compassion. The Four of Wands brings warmth and celebration into your physical life. This card often appears when someone is about to experience an uplifting shift in mood, energy, or resilience. Movement, joy, and human connection may revitalize you in ways you weren't expecting. Family and friends. Family dynamics today benefit from clarity and gentle emotional honesty. The star suggests healing within the household or among relatives. Conversations that once felt tense may begin to soften, and misunderstandings may dissolve naturally. Your presence has a grounding, soothing effect on those around you. Justice appears here as well, hinting that fairness and truth will play important roles in family communication. If there's been an imbalance, someone giving too much or someone withholding, today encourages recalibration. Harmony comes from acknowledging what each person truly needs. The Wheel of Fortune signals shifting roles or developments within your family structure. A relative may make a surprising decision, or circumstances within the home may change. While this movement may initially feel unexpected, it ultimately leads to stability. The Four of Wands brings warmth and unity. This could manifest as a gathering, a celebratory moment, or simply a peaceful exchange that brings joy. You may feel especially connected to your roots today, whether through memories, conversations, or shared experiences. The Two of Pentacles suggests that you may be balancing family obligations with personal responsibilities. It's important to honor both without overextending yourself. Prioritizing communication helps prevent misunderstandings. Finally, the Knight of Cups encourages emotional sincerity with family members. Someone may open up to you, seek your advice, or express affection. Your intuitive nature helps you offer support that feels genuine and healing. Compatibility. Today, Pisces, your most harmonious interactions come from signs that resonate with your emotional depth and intuitive brilliance. The star highlights Aquarius as a compatible match, offering intellectual stimulation and spiritual insight. Conversations with Aquarius signs may feel refreshing and unexpectedly meaningful. The Lovers card emphasizes Gemini as another powerful compatibility today. Their curiosity and lively energy mesh well with your poetic nature, creating a dynamic exchange of ideas and emotions. Gemini's perspective may open your mind in ways you hadn't anticipated. Justice points toward Libra as a stabilizing influence for you. Libra's balanced outlook helps you find clarity, and their diplomacy blends seamlessly with your compassion. You may feel especially understood by Libras today. The Knight of Cups highlights your compatibility with fellow water signs, especially Cancer and Scorpio. These signs draw out your emotional intelligence, creating interactions that feel natural, sincere, and soul-deep. The Ace of Wands reveals chemistry with fire signs, especially Leo. Their boldness brings excitement into your day, even if their energy differs from yours. Leo may be particularly attracted to your mystery today. Finally, the Wheel of Fortune suggests that someone destined to influence your day may belong to a sign you normally overlook. Keep an open mind. Compatibility sometimes appears where you least expect it. Your lucky color today: Ocean Blue. This soothing shade mirrors your intuitive flow, calms emotional waves, and strengthens your spiritual connection. The phrase of the day: your intuition is the compass. Your courage is the engine. When they work together, destiny aligns in your favor. Thank you so much for spending this moment with me. Remember, the stars can guide your way, but only you have the power to walk it and make it amazing. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love it if you could like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I truly enjoy hearing from you. I'll see you tomorrow, right here on Zodiac Attraction, where we'll continue discovering your incredible destiny together. Until then, keep shining.